Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Kenyans, as we speak, remember, previously, William Ruto had encouraged the head of states in Africa to abandon the US dollar and start trading on their local currencies. For example, if Kenya wants to buy a good or goods from Djibouti, we should use local currencies, not US dollars. But now, as we speak, before you listen to William Ruto previously, Donald Trump is coming out to deliver a bad news, as he is saying the idea that the BRICS countries are trying to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over. We require a commitment from these countries that they will neither create a new BRICS currency nor back any other currency to replace the mighty US dollar, or they will face 100% tariffs and should expect to say goodbye to selling into the wonderful US economy. They can go find another sucker. There is no chance that the BRICS will replace the US dollar in international trade. And any country that tries should wave goodbye to America. Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue, as you always do, ensure you like the video. When you like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing in this channel, because sometimes you watch the video and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, ensure you like the video. Now, as you continue, remember William Samoei Ruto came out boldly saying that they must come out and leave alone the US dollar as they are trading on local goods. If Kenya wants to buy any good from Uganda, they must use local currency. If Kenya wants certain goods from Nigeria, they must use local currency. If Kenya wants goods from South Africa, they must use local currency. But remember, at long last, you'll find that now the US will not dominate any market in Africa. But Trump is coming out to say, despite of even William Ruto encouraged the so-called African presidents to adopt the local currency, remember, they are being told if they are going to do this and omit the US dollar from their trading, then there is a repercussion that they will mount 100% tariffs to these countries who are going to adopt their local currencies in terms of trade. Or rather, they must say goodbye to America. But I want you to listen to William Ruto when he was telling the African states.
Traders from Djibouti selling to Kenya, or traders from Kenya selling to Djibouti, have to look for US dollars. How is US dollars part of the trade between Djibouti and Kenya? Why? And we are saying that today, Afri-Exim Bank have given us a mechanism where traders in our continent can trade in their goods and services, and the Africa-Exim Bank will settle payments in local currency. That is why Kenya champions the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System that is done by our own institution, the Afri-Exim Bank. Why, members? Why is it necessary for us to buy things from Djibouti and pay in dollars? Why? There is no reason. And we are not against the US dollar. We just want to trade much more freely. Let us pay in US dollars what we are buying from the US. But what we are buying from Djibouti, let's use local currency.
So that is what William Ruto said, and he said it very clear. And he had even a standing ovation because of that. But I want to say this. Remember, having your, of course, maybe for example, let us speak about the printing money. If a country will decide to print its own money, it will be a big problem. And that is why you will find that even you are having a one note reading even 2 million. We have a country that its currency reads 10 million. One note imeandikwa 10 million. Then you can understand what this might bring to our country. Again, have you ever asked yourself, why is it some currencies are so useless? You know, you find that $1 is even equal to 1 million. 1 million. For example, as in our country, I think $1 represents 136, 139 Apple Kenya shillings, which it is not bad though. But to find other countries, $1 represents million million shillings representing that country, you know. So I think this issue of where certain countries, they are coming out to say that we don't want the US dollar. We don't want the US dollar. We want to trade with our local currencies. What are the repercussions? The repercussions are the US, they're coming out to say they are going to mount 100% tariff to these countries. Number two, the US, according to Donald Trump, after he's going to take over January, they should expect to say goodbye to selling into the wonderful US economy. Mnasema bye-bye. Hakuna kitu ingine. Hiyo ni kuenda na kuenda. But again, remember, you must ask yourself, some countries, their economy, iko mbaya, is deteriorating. Reason being, they usually use mainly about their money. Which for me, yes, some individuals might say there's no problem for us to use our local currencies. But remember, sometimes we'll want to buy any goods from US or even US economy. Will face heavy tariff that will even, of course, make us not to have that comfortable chance to, of course, do business, you know. Yes, we might, because, for example, in our country, I don't see any problem with the US dollar because, for example, we have our currency. We have our currency, Kenya shillings. We have our note. We usually don't use, even in Kenya, there are those in Kenya, hawajaishika hata hiyo dollar. They don't know how dollar is. They don't know. They don't know completely how dollar is. Yes. Some they don't know. But some, few, they do understand what is dollar. So as I think in our country, we have dollar, we have our Kenyan shillings. But you find that when we go to US, we want to buy something, we don't buy with the Kenyan shillings. It's like someone coming from US, coming to Kenya. He will not or she will not use US dollar. He will use or she will use the Kenyan shillings. So she must change, you know. But it's not that US has dominated our, of course, economy. Because when I want to buy something from my fellow Kenya, we usually use Kenya shillings, not dollar. So what William Ruto said, that now Trump is coming out to say yesterday, is that moving out of that US dollar. Then now when we go to US, we should buy with the Kenya shillings. When we go to Russia, we should use Kenya shillings. When we go to Nigeria, as Kenyans in Africa, we should use Kenya shillings. When Nigerians come into Kenya, we should use Nigerian naira. When we go to Argentina, we should not use pesos, we should use Kenya shillings. Can you see that scenario? I think for me, if I will encourage something that will be easier, so that we cannot have confusion. When someone comes in Kenya, let him or her use Kenya shillings. When we go to US, let us use US dollar. So you come and manipulate. That is just according to my opinion. What do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till we meet in another video.